Welcome to Deliciously Motivated Mindset, hosted by Deborah and Moira. This podcast is designed to help listeners unlock their full potential, both personally and professionally, so they can thrive, not just survive. Deborah and Moira explore how natural tendencies don't always serve individuals and provide insights on how to harness existing strengths. Their goal is to equip listeners with the habits, mindset shifts, and strategies needed for lasting, meaningful change. Finding purpose and fulfillment can be challenging, but this podcast offers expert conversations, practical advice, and valuable tools to help align with a true sense of purpose and create a more fulfilling life. So grab a notebook, open your notes app, and get ready to take in some game-changing insights. Let's dive in.
Welcome, dear listeners. Welcome, dear Deb.
Hi.
Hello, my dear. Here we are with another one of our deliciously motivated mindset conversations. And this one, I'm really looking forward to this conversation because I think it's such an important topic. I've been having so many different conversations around this area with clients and students, all about tips to create peace in the midst of turbulent times. Because turbulent times, they're here. We're in them.
Mm-hmm.
We can't pretend we're not.
Whether you want them or not.
Exactly. Whether you want them or not. So tips to create peace in the midst of turbulent times. But before we get into looking at these tips and conversating these tips, let's just land into this present moment. I've already got my hand over my heart. I invite you to put one hand or both hands over your heart space and take a really nice deep breath, intending that you're breathing right into your heart space. Nice deep breath in. And then long, slow, full breath out through your mouth. Allowing yourself to really land here in this moment. Take another nice deep breath. Notice what your hands feel like. Do you feel a sense of warmth already as you're really focusing on your heart space? Breathe out through your mouth. And if you can, if you're sitting in a chair with a back on it, I encourage you to just gently lean back. Allow yourself to feel supported behind as you take another nice deep breath. Honor and appreciate the support that you're on as you breathe out. And with your next breath, intend that you're connecting your energy with my energy, with Deb's energy, and with the energies of all those listening to this episode. Doesn't matter where they are or when they're listening, we can still connect energetically. Breathe that in. And breathe out. I really invite you to come back to this space, to this energy, anytime you get caught off guard by something turbulent in your vicinity. Coming back as Deb laughs. But now we're going to segue into talking about creating peace, tips to create peace in the midst of turbulent times. So we encourage you to grab a note-taking device of your choosing, because like I said at the very beginning, I think that the more tips and the more spaces that we can get into for just really acknowledging that we can create peace, right? It is possible, regardless of what's going on for you around you.
Yeah. I think when I think about it, the moment, like we say when we talk to people, we want to be seen, heard, acknowledged.
Mm-hmm.
And also with the creating peace, I think the moment you realize that you're going to have peace and war in your life.
Yeah.
If we say peace and war, you can't run from it. So I guess the first one for me is acknowledging it, not running from it, actually acknowledging and going, okay, this is a problem. I have chaos going on.
Mm-hmm.
What am I going to do about it? Because if you don't acknowledge it, you can't start to heal whatever you're going to deal with.
Yeah.
Seems me who's arguing with Moira before we started on when she was telling me, what about that? And I'm like, no, I don't want to
Nope.
hear that.
Nope.
No.
Don't say that to me.
Creating my own turbulent times, by the way. Moira's giving me peace and I'm going, no.
Not open to having that.
No, we're not having that discussion yet. Thank you very much. End of. But I think when we can actually say, when we accept that chaos is there, then you can start dealing with, and once you can accept it, then you can start dealing with what the strategies are, because then you can start to create that peace. But you must accept it to create it. Does that make complete sense or not sense, or
No, it
some
makes
sense?
it makes complete sense, because my next step is going to go into talking about my letting go pathway, where
Oh, okay.
the very first step of that is accept. It's because we can't make any changes, whether it's creating more orderliness or more groundedness or more peace or presence. We can't do that in any dependable fashion unless we just say, this is the craziness that's going on around me right now. That's it. Right?
Yeah. You can't find a solution unless you've got things in front of you, but you've got to
Yeah.
accept what you've got in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing is, and you and I've talked about this before, about acceptance does not mean I like it, I'm keeping it, I want more of it. No,
Yeah.
it's none of that. It's just saying, okay, this might suck, but this is where I'm at, or this is what's happening, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, whether you like it or not,
Yeah.
it's happening, people. And I think that's the thing, is actually going, okay, well, whether you like this or not, it's happening.
Mhm.
That that's
And then when we do that, that's when we can start changing things,
yeah.
right? Because that's part of it too, is sometimes we go through situations where we don't like them, we don't prefer them, but that's actually to help us craft and fine tune what we do really like,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. You won't know until you've tried it. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
accept it. You just have to accept whether you like it or not.
Mhm.
Whether
And
you
then
like
just be okay. See,
Yeah.
okay, so there's my next tip is curiosity.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Because curiosity allows you to go into this way of thinking of, what am I going to discover here? If I
Curiosity
try
softens
this
the blow.
part, what's that?
Curiosity softens the blow.
Yes.
If I could say, and it's not a blow then.
No.
Curiosity just makes it it puts a playful spin on it. I don't know if I
Yep.
can say play, but it is
It's a lighter hearted way.
a lighter load. Yeah,
Yeah.
lighten the load.
So
Yeah.
there is a little bit of a sense of humor, a sense of play. Because that's the thing, is that with curiosity, if you go in and try a technique or a mindset or a solution, and it doesn't work, or you don't like it, or doesn't resonate,
Yeah.
then with curiosity, it's like, oh, I just discovered something new.
Yeah.
You don't have to keep doing it.
No. And curiosity educates you, but it educates you in the way that you feel you can you feel educated, so you can actually you're in control.
Mhm.
Post put it that way. Yeah, I love the curiosity. Curiosity just takes the sting out of things, I think.
It does. And it gives you permission to show up exactly as you are. It's making me think of a conversation I had with a client just a couple of weeks ago, where we were kind of crafting the ability to say no. So she was planning a trip, and she's saying, well, I have to do this and I have to do this, and this is the expectation. And so it's like, okay, well, maybe you can do all those things. But if you check in with yourself with a sense of curiosity and compassion, and your bandwidth is low, or your energy level is low, you could say no.
Yeah.
And that actually totally worked for her. It was made it for a really magical experience, and she didn't do all of the things that she initially thought, oh, I have to do this and have to. She just showed up and rolled with what her bandwidth was, her energy level was. And they
Well,
all had a great time.
I think that just even when you're saying that is prioritize your day.
Mm,
You know, when you're talking about tips to create peace in these turbulent times, prioritize your day. She didn't have to do the
yeah.
20 things like
Mhm.
today. So I think that's that thing of, excuse me, as I, you know, if you wanted to create that piece is prioritize what needs to be done right here, right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
So
know,
that makes me think of the 4Ds.
oh
That
yes, of
4Ds is
course.
a great way of prioritizing that
Yeah.
to-do list, right?
I
So
better
the
just write these down because
yeah.
otherwise I'll 4Ds because otherwise I'll forget about this when we wrap up at the end. Um, the 4Ds, the four prioritize 4Ds. So that's brain dump everything, get
Yeah.
everything out on a,
Write everything down.
and then you're going to. These are in no particular order, by the way. These are you're going to defer it, which means you're going to diary it for next time,
Yeah.
another time.
Put it off for another time.
You're going to delegate it. And delegate it means you're going to give it to somebody else who finds that task inspiring.
Mhm.
We want to make sure that that person is inspired about that task. Do it. Sorry. Uh,
Defer
delegate
it,
it.
defer it,
Defer it.
delegate it.
Delegate. Um, dump it. Just cross it off the list.
Yeah, it
That's
doesn't really matter that much at all. Or I didn't really want to do it after all.
yeah. Mark all your emails read. It's done. So just mark them all read, done.
Yeah.
And then the other one is do it. And then
Mhm.
just do it. Just get on and do it. And the do it, I laugh every time. And this is every time it happens. I go, oh my God, it's going to take so much time. Oh my God, I'm going to do this. I'll just put this on.
I
Take
know.
like 3 hours. I've got 3 hours in the day. Okay. In four days' time, I've got 3 hours. I can do that. You know, my head goes, da, da, da. And I do it. And it's literally like 20 minutes. And I'm like, I just blocked out 3 hours for that
Yep.
20-minute task.
Yep.
It's the funny thing that happens when you do something. Because when you're brain dumping, look at how long it's going to take as well. Don't just brain dump. You know, look and go, how realistically, how much is this going to take? How long is this going to take? But
Yep.
that's the one that cracks me every time. I giggle at that every time. I'm like,
It's so funny that you're talking about that because I had 3 examples of that just yesterday.
oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm going to be traveling soon, and so I've been having these rumbling things of I got to take care of this, and there was 3 things that I kept putting off because oh gosh, it's going to take so much effort and time. I giggled so much yesterday because I got them all done yesterday and thought, oh, who knew? It was just so quick.
It
And they're
happens.
done.
I don't know anyone who's actually said this is going to take 4 days to get this or 4 hours to get this done and it's done. It's like and it's taken 4 hours. It does not
Nope.
happen. So
Nope.
prove me wrong,
Oftentimes those
people.
ones are 20 minutes.
Yeah, prove me wrong. Throw it in the comments. Let us know that actually no, Deborah. I can be a contestant to say that's actually happened to me because that's the funny one. But the
Yep.
4Ds so valid. But keep your time frame realistic.
Yeah.
I think keep your time frame realistic.
But the other part that I would think about when you said about prioritizing your day, I also would like to add a wee piece to that of making sure that your sacred self-care is priority 1, top
Oh
of the
yeah, okay.
list.
That's a whole new tip on its own.
Well, because that is so important, right? You know, to the capacity that maybe our ruminating head saying, oh my gosh, that's going to take so long, so long, so long to do. But if I've made sure that I've filled my cup, I've done my meditation, I've done my usual morning care routine, I'm
Yeah.
so much more capable and grounded and able. Whereas if I hit the ground running, which I never do, by the way, that's
Not anymore. Been
not
there, done
anymore.
that.
No, no. Yeah, that was a very long time ago version of
What
me.
that one?
Yeah, yeah. I wore the t-shirt for a long time. But this is the thing is that if listeners, if you do have a bit of an issue, because I have conversations with people who do have an issue about, carving out half an hour or an hour for themselves first thing in the morning, every morning. P.S. Mine is 3 hours, just to say. But the part of that is that it's for the benefit of those that you serve or those that you care for or look after or do. That's because that's the caveat, right? Is that sometimes, and this is the old version of me, was, oh gosh, I have to go and look after this and I have to do this for that client and I have to take care of that. I don't have time for me, or I'll get to it later, end of the day, which you never do. You never
Well,
do.
2 weeks ago, I ended up in hospital because I had that list.
Yes.
So we talked
Yes.
about 2 weeks ago. I was like, gotta get through this, gotta get through this, gotta get it, and boom, we're in hospital.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
and just so you know, people, when you get those knocks at turbulence time, they come at the most inconvenient. You think they're inconvenient, the most inconvenient time to your world that they come when they knock you sideways.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And so therefore, coming back into this idea of turbulent times is gratitude.
Oh
Because
yes.
that turbulent time experience for you alerted you to, oh gosh, I need to do things differently.
Curiosity got in big
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
The curiosity came in with Mac truck lights. What is this about? What the heck?
Mm-hmm. But
Yeah.
wouldn't you say that coming into something like you said, these chaotic, turbulent times do show up, but at the
Yeah.
time that you think, oh, I don't have time for this. I'd like just like let's get out of this, let's coast through. But by pausing and saying, okay, this is for me, this isn't
Yeah.
happening to me, it's for me, and then saying thank you, that to me, that opens the door to what's the guidance, what's the gift, what's the pieces of wisdom that, because
Yeah.
in essence, a level of you created that for yourself.
Yeah, totally. And gratitude just clears. I find gratitude
Gratitude.
is a new word. That's a new word, people. I find gratitude. I find gratitude clears the slate for us.
Yeah.
It just allows you to come from a humble place, from a beautiful place, from a space that just feels wholesome.
Yep.
To
Wholesome.
say that. Yeah, it just feels right. It just feels right.
But don't you think it gets us back to that calibrating to the I'm creating all this and everything is for me,
Well, that's
right?
taking on. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Taking ownership, taking responsibility, understanding that, sometimes we can get into, that saying, we've talked about this one before, what you resist persists.
oh, sorry.
So you say, nope, that's not going to happen, not going to happen. No. Guess what happens?
Hospital, Deborah. Yeah.
Yes. And
Yeah.
so to me, gratitude releases us from that grip, because it can be a vice grip, that
Yeah.
nope,
Yeah.
nope, nope, that's not going to happen to me. No, no, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're both making claw hands
Yeah,
and
that Corey. Your nails are cute. I just saw your nails. They look
aren't they cute?
flipping cute. I know. I just saw those. Distraction, people, because you can't see those on a podcast. Bugger. Bugger.
Darn.
Um, but it is, and I think ownership of your situation just again, even if it's uncomfortable, allows you to calm your farm and go, okay, this is here for the bigger picture here. You know,
Yeah. So that actually makes me think of too. Another one is watch the story you tell yourself about the experience.
I was literally going to say, be mindful of what you're feeding your mind.
Look,
That's my
we're
next
on
tip.
track.
Because, and that's it. Be mindful of what you're actually feeding your mind. Is it truth, or you constantly consuming, negativity around this, or, whatever that is, because that's your litmus test that keeps you going through to go,
Yeah.
what's really going on? Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's the thing too. And then there's so many quotes I can think of from Abraham Hicks that talks so much about that, about being very mindful, because everything that you think is what's creating your reality. So if you're going around saying, oh, this sucks, this is horrible, this is awful, this is terrible, guess what?
Yeah.
You're just creating more of that.
Right. Guess what you're going to get dealt with? All of those things. Yeah. Yeah.
So I like that. And that to me, because here's the other part. We're all wired to have those inner dialogues. This sucks, this is horrible, I hate this, don't like this. But I'm thinking of the four agreements, but the other part in that is to just pause, witness, recognize the story you're telling yourself and saying, okay, pause, hands on my heart, deep breath.
Yeah.
Is this the truth? Do I
Yeah.
really know that that's the truth? Right?
And then with that, just that, there's that curiosity again, and then that gratitude to change that story. So even if you go, is this the truth? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Don't just go, yes, it is, and leave it, because that could potentially give you more turbulent times. But acknowledging it, but actually, is this the truth? Okay, then I'm going to go into the curiosity. Then I'm going to go into the gratitude, and bring those things back to a heartfelt space again.
And so therefore that then leads me to think that if it is the truth, okay,
Mhm.
pause, come into some peace and see what can I do about it right now?
Yeah,
Because
don't run.
sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah, well, sometimes I'm thinking of sometimes situations, they might be the truth, but there's nothing I can do about it right now, right? So therefore, it's kind of like, okay, then I'm not going to give it any more energy right now. That
Absolutely.
right there, that will diffuse the turbulence.
Right there, you've taken your power back, because you're like, you
Yeah,
know what? I'm not going to deal with this, because I'm just going to sit and I'm going to see what unfolds. So it's not being, I guess, it's not being desperate to fix the problem straight
yeah,
away, because
yeah.
honoring, acknowledging the problem, at the very start, we talked about acknowledging and accepting, you know, that alone is a level of healing.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't do anything about it. No, you accepted it. There's people who don't accept. So they're still at level one. They haven't even
Yeah,
got
they're
to level
still
two.
in the vortex.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
they haven't even
spinning.
they haven't even jumped to level one
Yeah.
of accepting it. So I guess each step, if you're going to create that piece, I guess appreciate each step and just make sure it fits in with your time frame that feels right for you, because you are the boss of you. You're the conductor of your world,
Hmm.
but it does allow you to think differently.
This makes me think of a mantra, and I've been using this for months. I can't think it's this just the turbulent times that we live in. The mantra I've got lots of people using, myself included. It is all in good time.
Oh yeah.
Everything's happening. So right there. So if this is the truth, yep, it is the truth. What can I do about it right now? Nothing. Everything's happening all in good time. Everything will resolve all in good time. I will
Because
I
we
will
know when you
recognize the piece that I need to do all in good time. Right?
Yeah, because when we're forcing something, guess what? It doesn't happen. If
Yes.
you're forcing and forcing and forcing something to happen the way you want it, and it's not happening, it's just back off. All in good time.
All in
All
good
in,
time.
yeah.
All in good time.
I think when I think about the tips to create peace in turbulent times, I go to this and I go, um, I'm going to say slow down. So I'm going to say be present, slow down, open your eyes, uh, just just take it step by step. And if you can take life, I guess, step by step, you can see things a lot differently.
Hmm.
But when you're yeah, we talk about this often actually. When you're standing in the eye of the storm, you can see clearly, but when you're amongst the storm,
Yeah.
you can't see, you can see jack shite. You
Yeah.
can't see anything. It's dusty, it's messy, it's you're in. And
Yep.
and to step out is a nightmare.
Yep.
But you're actually standing in the middle and just going, oh, I'm present. I can feel my body feels a little bit off, or I feel a little bit tired. I'm not going to make decisions today. Or somebody said something the other day to me and I'm quite challenged by that. So I might just go back to that curiosity. I might just unpack that, be present to your body,
Hmm.
your your body, your emotions, your feelings, your surroundings. You're intuitive. We're all intuitive in our own way,
Yes,
but
we
just
are.
being present allows you to slow down and just see before we react.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we just jump into the
The the
crazy,
the
the pack.
Pac-Man chat.
Yeah, the crazy. Yeah.
Which, if you think about it, that actually feeds more turbulence.
Mm,
Energetically, you're broadcasting that turbulent energy, right?
mm,
Whereas if sometimes, um, and I think that's such an important part too, is that, for instance, if I was in a space of, like really achy, sore body and feeling tired and depleted and lots of things going on in my mind, I'm not going to record a meditation.
no.
I'm going to change my priority list, because it's about really getting in touch and telling yourself the truth about where's your energy, where's your bandwidth, what's your capacity. And maybe, just maybe, it means I was going to do all of these things, all of these items on my to-do list, but I just, energy's not there. So I'm going to cancel the rest of the day and go for a walk
Yeah.
and
You
go
know,
sit by the ocean.
yeah, because you're not honoring yourself, you're not honoring your body, you're not honoring anything to you're not honoring your soul. You're not honoring
Yeah.
your yeah, yeah,
But in order to honor that, that's making me think of the necessity for us to do the PEMS check-in, checking in with your physical, your emotional, your mental, and your spiritual. And that is such a beautiful way to, I actually myself, and I really encourage people to do this, do it throughout your day. Because you know
yeah,
how you can start your day and you feel a certain way, and then maybe you get into a situation that takes longer or takes more of your energy than you had anticipated. And you got to come back in and check, because it ebbs and flows. Our energy always ebbs and flows. So it's about really staying present to, where do I feel now on those four pillars,
yeah.
right?
You're listening to Deliciously Motivated Mindset with Deborah and Moira, here to help listeners unlock their full potential so they can thrive, not just survive. They've shared some very powerful insights so far, so it's time to take a moment to breathe, reflect, and jot down any key takeaways. What's one piece of advice that stands out to apply right away? Before wrapping up, Deborah and Moira would love to hear from everyone. Reach out with thoughts, questions, or feedback, and drop your favorite tip from today's episode. They're inspired to see how listeners are putting these insights into practice. Let's dive back in and finish strong.
Yeah, where does it? Yeah, and I know we talked a little bit again, and I'm going to go back to it. Is tell yourself the truth. Don't BS yourself.
Yeah.
Like really tell yourself the truth, because if you can tell yourself the truth, you can deal with it. But if you're not going to tell yourself the truth, you're just going to be dancing and skirting around again. And we don't want that. We want the truth. We want you to see the truth, feel the truth, deal with the truth.
Hmm.
But I'm also going to add in here, Moira and I are here for you. We we are definitely for the podcast we do, but we are here for you. We are here to help you, to guide you. If the podcasts are helping, that's great. But if you want that extra edge,
Hmm.
let's get that extra edge. Let's get that extra nudge in whatever it is,
Support, definitely.
because this is whatever problem you've got is resolvable.
Yeah.
We know it may not be, it's resolvable, may not be the resolution you want. I'm just going to be honest, because sometimes our realistic expectations, says Deborah, um, who, who gets dealt blows and blows and blows, because she goes, oh, that's right, I remember that part. I
Oh
remember
yeah.
months ago. Yeah, that. But if we are here for you, that's all I'm going to say. Moira and I are here for you, because I would not want to know that you've been in a funk for a year and you haven't got yourself out, and the by not reaching out. That's all I'm going to say. That's not fair for you. That's not fair for your soul, your body, anyone around you. it's just not fair for you. So we are here for you.
Absolutely. That actually makes me think of making sure that you're treating yourself as the person who deserves that. Is that this is a self-worth thing, right? That
Yeah.
you are worthy of saying, oh, help. Oh, I just really need somebody to hold space for me, or I'd love to have just a conversation to see, can you help me unpack this issue? Or right, because that's the work that you and I do, is we've been doing it for a really long time also, and that's the whole vibe in what I do, is creating peace in the midst of turbulent times. I'm not going to tell you your turbulent times are not there,
No,
but I can
you're gonna
give
get the
you
truth,
some
but
suggestions.
you're going to get the truth, but it's going to be wrapped in a bow.
Yeah.
Moira's bow is a bit different to Deborah's bow, but it's
Yeah, mine's purple.
yeah, I get you. I get you. I think one of the things I've learned um to create that serenity and that peace is to let go of my perfection. And it could be anything like when I say perfection, everything needs to be right. It's got to be perfect. It's got to be
just
perfect before I
just a
leave the house.
certain thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think and I'm going to say letting go of that perfection because it just sort of sums it up. It doesn't have to be extreme perfection, but oh, I've got to do this before I leave, all of those things. But if we do that before we leave, that's going to make us late. Yeah, but I need this done.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, let's just look. Does it need to be done? Is it really, I can hear myself. If my partner was listening to this, she would probably clip me across the ears. I can hear myself going, Deborah, let go of that perfection. In fact, I was talking about that before we got on the
Yeah,
call,
you
didn't I?
were. You were. Yeah.
So letting go of the perfection, I would say that's probably the one that actually got me in the hospital.
Hmm.
I think, as I think
But
about
isn't it interesting though? Because that also feeds into what you said earlier about watch the story you're telling yourself, right?
it.
Because you're
And this
talking about this
podcast,
perfection, this level. Is that really the truth? Do you really have to have all those things done? All of those?
no.
Yep. Yep.
So actually, listeners, this podcast is not for you at all. This is just for my
So,
this is just for me and my recent hospital trip. There we go. This is all these tips about me. Deborah, wake
all
up and have a
about
good
Deb.
look at Oh, these are for you. Don't get yourself into hospital. But the perfection is the one that probably is one of those things that got me into hospital. And just by going realistic time frames,
Yep.
does this have to be done? But that perfection, yeah, because you got to get everything right. Nothing's good enough. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's about the whole part of really prioritizing because sometimes there are things that are essential, but we
Yes.
can really get ourselves into a discombobulated state by saying, no, they're all important. They're all no, they don't really. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say the next one before Moira says it is be open to help.
Yes.
Moira and Debs, that's all I'm going to say. Moira and Debs, yeah. Be open to help because people when I offer to help somebody, I don't do it to be an a-hole. I
Hmm.
do it because I generally want to help them and I can see they're in a pickle and if I can do that task in 2 minutes that they're so frustrated by, then why would I not do it?
Yeah.
So so when you're my partner listens to this podcast, I'm going to be in so much trouble.
You're like, can you listen to your own advice?
can, I can hear it. I can hear it. Oh my God. I can hear it. But actually, you don't minimize them. If they offer to help, they generally want to help. I'm just
And
going to be quiet. I'm just going to be quiet for the rest of the podcast now. Bugger this.
you're funny. You're funny. But it makes me think of different times where um in the past if my husband had reached out and said, let me do this for you. No, because and to me it would be no, 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 I have to do it because you won't do it to the level I expect it to be done.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I actually have to giggle because when I was in recently with mum and my daughter's fiance, we were down in Christchurch and mum said something, and the fiance said, Sophie's, my daughter's fiance said, oh, I'll get up and I'll do the dishes. And I said, good luck. And he goes, what do you mean? I said, because Nana, if you wash the dishes, Nana will wash them up. If you wash and dry them, she'll
Oh
wash them up
gosh.
for you. And he was like, what? And so he said, and I said, go on, try it, like, try it. And anyway, he got up to do the dish. He got up to do something, and mum said, now, look, don't take offense, but no matter what you do in the kitchen, I will redo everything you want to do. But I love that you want to help me, so it's up to you if you. And he was like, no, I do want to help. She said, but don't take offense, then I'm going to redo it.
Redo it
Because
all.
she has, and I was like, mum, I think that's a bit of ADHD, and all the but I actually really appreciated her saying to him, don't be offended that you're not going to do it my way. I want it done my way, and I'm just going to redo it anyway. And
Right.
so it was quite a nice conversation actually. And he was like, oh my God, she does. And I'm like, exactly. So half the time I just don't do it.
Right.
And he's like, oh, well, I want to do it. So at least she's got only a lot easier. The job's easier.
She can just
But
polish them.
yeah, but that was hers because she wanted it done her way, and she was so fixed on certain things that made her feel like, yep, if it's done like this, then I can go to bed at night and feel comfortable in that. So it's choosing those priorities, but don't be offended if people redo
Yeah.
whatever that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like that too, because that was being very open and conscious and saying, like, don't this isn't about me saying you're a terrible person or you're not good enough. It's just that's how I roll. That's it.
I know, and
It's
I
not
value it.
offensive.
Well, it would be the same. I'd clean my house top to bottom, and then I'd have a cleaner come in, and then the mum would come home. She goes, "Oh, your house is not clean." I'd be like, "Man, huh. Yeah." But that was her, and so the moment I realized, oh, that's her. And I guess this is tips to create peace in turbulent times. Focus on you. Like don't take things personally. We're going to go back to the four agreements here
Yeah.
because that's her. I know now. There's no point in doing the dishes at mum's house because she likes them her way. Like
Hmm.
I'll do them and she'll do it her way. But it definitely has that softens the blow, I guess, if I could say it
Well,
differently.
but that's actually a really important one, right? Is that this is the other thing that came to my mind as you were saying that is stay in your lane. Right. So it's like, no, this is your zone of expertise and you're doing it your way and allow everybody else to do it their way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Let go of the agenda. And it's not about you. It's like that's what I was saying about that's how your mom rolls. That's okay.
Yeah. And we love it for it. But we all know it now. Like
Yeah.
it's a bit of a banter. I don't know if she knows how much of it's a banter in our world. But we definitely yeah have a good go of it. But I think the perfection is one that can throw you right out. That can throw you right out.
But if you think about it, that perfectionism can the image that I got as you were saying that is that's like the being on the hamster wheel. Keep running around,
Yes.
running, got keep running. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're not really getting anywhere, burning yourself out.
Yeah, and that's a hospital place to be.
Yes,
There's
that it
Deborah.
is. Deborah.
There's Deborah. Um, we have to wrap this up, or we're going to be talking for hours. Tips to create peace in turbulent times. So there's probably going to be one or two that we're going to add a little bit in
Of
here.
course. Of course.
Just a little bit in here. But grab that note-taking device because we're going to sum up what we discussed in this, and of course, then we're going to bring in our yogi tea bags.
Yes, of
Just as I love
course.
yogi tea bags, we're going to have a bit of that going on as well. So the grab that note-taking device because we are here jumping in with these tips. The one we had to start with was accept the times. Accept the times. Accept what is going on. Accept the moment you can accept it. It just levels that playing field of okay. Now that I can accept it, you don't have to agree with it.
No.
You don't have to agree with it. You still dislike it, but you just have to accept it. It's happening.
Yep.
You're in it. End
Mhm.
of.
Yep.
So if you can accept the time, well, actually funny because the next one I actually wrote down was be okay. So I guess that's probably the same one, isn't it?
It is the same one. Is to be okay, but so from that one we talked about my letting go pathway, because acceptance is the first step in that. It's a 9-step pathway, but acceptance allows you to just be okay. It's like, I don't have to like it, I don't have to, but it's also to say I'm not keeping it too.
Mm.
I don't have to keep it, but I can accept this is what's going on. This is what's going
Mm.
on internally and externally, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I love that.
That's how we get to change.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which then puts in the next one, curiosity.
Yes.
Curiosity is a playful version of digging into it. And I
Mhm.
say playful because let it be playful, let it be fun,
Yeah.
because otherwise it can be heavy and overwhelming and just icky.
Mm. Icky. There you go.
Icky. Icky. It's a new word, icky.
And then from there, this is a tip that you talked about prioritizing your day. And that's when we then talked about doing the brain dump, writing down everything that you've got on your agenda, on your to-do list, and then run it through the filter of the 4Ds. So the 4Ds are to defer it, put it to a different timeline, to delegate it, to ask somebody who loves to do that thing. Dump it sometimes, and I know I'm guilty of this too. Sometimes I'll have all the, oh, I have to do this, but then really, do you really want to do it? Nope, I don't. Okay, so
Really?
that's then crossed off the list. And then the last one is to do it. So defer, delegate, dump, do. Those having four columns like that, don't you find that creates a sense of peace right there?
But right there, you can actually see. Well, even every step of the 4Ds, just even brain dumping,
Mhm.
creates a piece.
Yes, it does.
So if we're not going for a 10 out of 10 piece, actually brain dumping is a 10 out of 10 piece because you're just like, oh, and I
Phew,
mean,
it's all out of my head now.
yeah, because if you actually go and if you actually walk around, even just walking around your house, you go, okay, in my bedroom, what would make me light up? What would I like to change in here?
Mhm.
Like, and actually going, like going through your house, if you feel like everything's overwhelming, even just do that in three rooms in your house, and I can tell you, then you'll go, oh, well, that makes sense. No wonder. No wonder I'm not liking home. No wonder I'm not sleeping. No wonder because I've got 52 items from 2 rooms that I want to change. Well, then it goes back to number one, accept the times.
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
like, oh, that makes sense. Again, you don't have to love it, but the
Nope.
4Ds are definitely an eye opener.
Mhm.
Even any of that, just brain dumping gives you a creation of peace.
Yes.
But Moira said, number one, when you're doing the 4Ds, you must is put yourself as sacred self-care. That
Yeah.
has to be number one in your heart,
Priority one. Yep.
back to yourself, because that's the only thing that can get you through
Mhm.
is you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
And then from there, we talked about gratitude.
yeah.
Gratitude for even the turbulent piece. And Deb used one of my favorite words that she uses a lot is wholesome. Getting yourself to a sense of being wholesome. Because when we have gratitude for the chaotic, turbulent, yucky things that we would prefer not to,
Yeah.
that does actually help us start to see, oh yeah, I am the boss here. This is my creation. This is for me. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's it. Which is the next one I have is ownership of your situation.
Yeah.
Taking ownership, whether you want to or not. It's actually as
Mhm.
soon as you take ownership, it again levels that. Okay, okay, this
Mhm.
is this is where I'm at. Yeah.
Yep. Not having the argument anymore. The next one I have is to watch the story you're telling yourself, to be mindful of the thinking and that in itself, like that's when I ask people to say, who said that, or is this really the truth?
Where did that guy? I do the old God's voice that sounds like Moira. Where did that come from? And I'm like, oh man, okay.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But even from that, is this the truth, or where did that come from? And this is when we were talking about this, Deb. You said sometimes you say, is this the truth? Yes, it is. Okay, so what can I do about it? Well, actually, maybe I can't
Yeah,
do
it's
anything.
yeah, and I remember you actually told me one time. It's more as like, oh God,
Uh-oh.
what's she gonna say? You told me one time. You said you put a problem under your pillow one
Oh,
night.
yeah.
Yeah, and you woke up and it wasn't there, and I was like, well, that's random as anything, and if that works, then I'll give that a go. And I do remember doing it. I've done it a few times actually. I haven't done it for yonks, but I wrote it and I set the intention. And again, it's about setting. And this is why I say, by the way, people want to grab your note-taking device because there's always a little extra tip we're going to throw in there. Just throw that one in there. And I remember writing on the piece of paper, putting it as a problem, setting the intention, that's it. And I woke up in the morning and I completely forgotten about the problem and I made the bed. And it was about 2 days later, I found the piece of paper and I was like, oh, what the heck? I was like, oh my God, that's long gone. That's like, it had happened.
It
It
disappeared.
happened
Yep.
because I didn't force it. I just
Yeah.
went, I remember Moira just saying, write the problem, set the intention that your mind is
Resolve.
going to resolve it overnight. You're going to wake up in the morning, it's going to be gone. Well, woke up in the morning, I didn't even think about the piece of paper. So it was clearly gone until I found it a couple of days later making the bed again. And I was like, oh my God, yes, there it is, it's gone.
Mm.
And I think that's the other thing as well, that was find what works for you and
Repeat
it
it.
works. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the other one. Set your intention, write it down on a piece of paper, and then go to sleep and just know that it's going to be resolved in the morning. But don't wake up and go, you a-hole, you didn't do it, because it would have done it, because that's not going to.
That won't work. That's that
Yeah.
resistance and persistence.
Yeah.
But that's actually a good one to sneak in. And the next one I have is my suggested mantra of all in good time.
Yeah.
That's sometimes, you're trying to work something out, get the resolution, get the solution, get the answer, all in good time. It's all
Yeah.
going to transform or resolve. You've got this.
And
It's all in good time.
all in good time, not all in your time,
Yeah.
or not all in your mum's time, or
Yeah.
not all on Moira and Deb's time.
Yep.
It's all in good time. Yeah, I love
All
that.
in good time.
And that had me writing down after that, be present and slow down.
Mm-hmm.
Present, slow down, and listen to your body. And when you're present and you slow down, you can listen to your body and you can see things differently over chaos.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Which then we talked about, Deb said, honor yourself. And that's when I brought in doing the PEMS check-in. So telling yourself the truth about how are you, where are you, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, and honor. And not only that, I really encourage you to do those check-ins throughout your day. This is not a once and done, once a week or once a day. It's throughout your day as you experience things and go through the ups and downs and flows.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the next one I have is Moira and Debs. Debs and Moira. Debs and Moira. We are here for you. Don't get yourself into a place that you don't think you can get out of. We can get you out of any situation you're in.
Yep.
Mentally. I back that. I back that we can. If you're leaning in, we can lean in with you. But if you're leaning out, if you're only half giving it, you're not going to get a decent result. But we are here for you. This is, I mean, I love the podcast, but I also love talking to somebody. And the same with Moira, talking to someone and the light bulb goes off on them and they're a whole different person. And sometimes that can be 15 minutes, it can be 20 minutes, it can be longer, whatever that is. But we are here for you. Don't feel we're untouchable. We're far from it.
And that the one I said right after that was about, remember you are worthy. Is if you have I'm not gonna burden them or ask for help or I have to figure this out. It's like you are worthy of reaching out for support. If you are If you've tried different things or you just feel like you're spinning or you're stuck, you are worthy of asking for help. And that doesn't mean that you're less than. We
Yes.
empower you by walking beside you, shoulder to shoulder. That's how you get through it. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Let go of perfection.
Debs.
Why did I have to have that tip again? Why me?
That was you. That's because you're just needing to remind yourself of that
I
one.
need to hear that. I'm not saying the next one. Let go of perfection. Let go of that perfection of whatever that is. Still a little bit bitter about hospital, clearly.
Mm.
I'm actually not really. I'm not bitter about it. It was a humbling experience, and it was, yeah.
You're grateful. So, because the next one was to be open to help.
I know.
That's why I'm not saying that one.
Not they are all part of how to create peace in the turbulent times. And then the 4 agreements.
Yeah.
Is that what you think? But I don't have them in front of me, and Moira can remember them off the top of her head. The 4 agreements. Okay, I'll hand that one over to Moira.
So the first one is to be impeccable with your word. And that means impeccable with the thoughts you think, the words you say about yourself and to yourself. Don't take things personally. It's not all about you. Don't make assumptions and always do your best. And you know, those 4 agreements, they sound so easy to say. And we like to say just for today. So just for today, be impeccable with your word. Just for today, don't take anything personally. Just for today, no assumptions. And just for today, I'm going to do my best. And that just helps you flow and show up with presence and intention and awesomeness in your own flavor for that moment.
The 4 agreements are just such a beautiful. They just. I just feel safe when I pull out the 4 agreements.
Yeah.
And it just makes me go, okay, this is, yes, Deborah. Actually, you're not being impeccable with your word. Actually, no. Pull yourself back, and it just feels a softer version of that.
Yeah.
The one I have here is let go of your agenda.
Mm.
Yeah, this podcast is for me, isn't it? Clearly, let go of your agenda, and make sure your agenda is realistic.
Yeah.
You know,
Is this the truth?
yeah, realistic to timeframes, what you want done, where did it come from? Like, bring in that beautiful curiosity that comes with that.
Yep.
It comes.
That's all I had. Did
That's
you
all I
have
have.
more? Okay.
No, that's all I have. And so we'll have a yogi tea bag, will we?
Two yoga tea bags.
Before I throw you my question.
Okay, I look forward to that. We all want to be understood, to be acknowledged, to be loved. Ain't
Aww.
that the truth? We
Aww.
do. And then this one, I like this one. This one's relate to your greatness and not to your weakness.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's going to create peace. Relate to your greatness and not your weakness.
It's a great tip.
That was a really good one.
It's a great one, focusing on your genius over your
over your wobbles.
Yeah, over your yeah. Oh, focus on your glitter over your coal.
Yeah. Over your coal. I like that.
Yeah, right. Tips to create peace in turbulent times. I want people to ask yourself something. I want you to ask yourself something. What's one thing you can do today? And I'm not talking about this week, I'm talking about today. What's one thing you can do today that's going to create more peace in your own life?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to action it, clearly, not just write it down. Don't just write it down. I want you to action it, because we know any change you do is going to be a big transformation, but you've just got to lean into that. So what's that one thing you're going to do today that's going to allow you to create more peace in your own life? It's got me thinking. It's got me thinking, what am I going to do today? And funny, we're recording this. It's my day's about to start and Moira's is about to end.
Mm-hmm.
So Moira's only got 3 more hours or so before she's in bed, and then there's
You've got the whole day.
Got a whole day to do one thing. Yeah.
Yep.
thank you, listeners, for today. Thank you for showing up, for listening to us, for coming back, and for in anticipation that you're actually sharing our podcast with people, but actually that you're sharing this because we love podcasting. We love talking. We love sharing our strategies that are in our everyday life. So, tips to create peace in turbulent times. That is our deliciously motivated mindset conversation / podcast / here we are. Experience. Yes,
Yeah.
Thank you, Moira, for being the other half of this, and thank you, Yogi Teabags, for your impactful words.
Tips.
Thank you, Internet.
Yeah,
and
thank you, Internet.
Yeah, thanks for joining, and please reach out. Don't let whatever is going on sit and fester in your world.
Definitely. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Internet. Thank you, dear Deb. We'll catch you next time. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning into Deliciously Motivated Mindset with Deborah and Moira, where the mission is to help listeners unlock their full potential and thrive, not just survive. As the episode comes to a close, they trust you've gained some powerful insights. If you haven't already, take a moment to reflect on one key takeaway that you'll apply right away. Before we wrap things up, Deborah and Moira would love to hear from you. Reach out with thoughts, questions, or feedback and drop your favorite tip from today's episode. They're inspired to see how you're putting your insights into action. Thanks for listening, and remember to keep thriving.